all about is just figuring out ways that chord voicings allow you to create motion. Hey there, today I'm going to show you a chord progression that's based on B major and is all except one chord in the B major chord scale. So it starts on a B major 7, goes to the 2 chord, a C sharp minor 7, repeats that 3 times, creating a melody that builds throughout that progression. Then it goes to the 4 chord, E major, down to a C major, which is not in the key of B, but is a chord that leads you like a 5 chord back to B. So I'll show you the chords that I'm using and the melody notes that I'm using to create a melody that kind of strings through this whole chord progression. So to begin, I'm starting here at a B major 9 chord. I'm actually not playing a third here, but my third would be right here. This is a B major 7. And there's a couple of variations that you can do using the top notes of this shape in this area. So the way that the melody begins here is by going from the 2 on the 2nd string to the 3, then hammering on from the 5 into the 6 on the 1st string, going back to the 5. So the first part of the melody is again. And notice how I'm strumming the first one, and then I'm playing this note by itself, and then I'm strumming the next one, and then playing that note by itself. You can do that, or you can do it a different way if you like a different sound better. Then I'm moving to this chord, which is a C sharp minor 9. I'm going to bar my first finger so that I can get this note on the top again. And I'm going to use the same melody notes that I did for the previous chord, but I'm going to play them a little differently because of the chord difference. So I'm going to go up from here and then back to the 2nd string, 2nd fret, hammering on to the 4th fret, and then back to the 2nd fret. So that's the first fourth of it, or the first quarter of it. The next part begins the same way. This time when I go to the C sharp minor, I'm going to use, instead of this minor 9 voicing, I'm going to use a minor 7 voicing. And another minor 7 voicing. So I think of these 2 voicings, this one here and this one here, as being interconnected because they share some of the same notes. If I change just a couple of notes, I can go between those 2 voicings. And the melody I'm doing here begins on my 1st finger, barred on the 2nd string, 4th fret, and then I'm going up. That's the 2nd of this chord, 2nd note of this chord. So I'm going from the 2 to the flat 3rd to the 5 up here, and then going to this version of the chord, which has the flat 7 on top. So that's the 2nd quarter of this progression. So now I'll play the entire first half. 3, 4. Going into the 3rd section, the 3rd of 4 sections of this, we're going to start the same exact way. So on the B major, and then we're going to hit that C sharp minor the same way we did before, but this time we're going to add a shift up into another position like this. So we're going to go the same melody, 2, flat 3, 5, flat 7, and then we're going to go up to the 9 or the 2 in bar here at the 9th fret. And this, if you put over a C sharp, is a C sharp minor 9. So what we've done is gone from C sharp minor 7 up to C sharp minor 9. We're not playing the root up here. You don't have to, because you can still hear it from this chord here. My ear is still hearing this note as the lowest note. So, so that part 3 of 4 here goes like this. Okay, the next part is not going to start the same way. This one is going to start on E, on an E major 9 chord, which I like to play with my first finger barred over the 3rd and the 4th strings, because right below it then makes this E6-9 chord. And then if I put my pinky on, I've got the major 7. So it creates a way for me to add motion. That's kind of what this is all about, is just figuring out ways that chord voicings allow you to create motion. So this chord is very pretty sounding, and that hammer-on is nice. So what I'm doing for the last section, the last 4th of this progression here, is playing this voicing here, E major 9. Then I'm just sliding down a whole step and then playing down another whole step and then going to the same chord from C, which is at the 3rd fret of the 5th string. So I go, bringing my melody note from here to there. So that's the whole thing. From the beginning. And then you'll see in some of the examples, actually all of them, I resolved down to B major 9. So that progression is just a way that I hope you can practice adding melody to chord changes. Hopefully this helps you think about chords a little deeper in how you can create more interest in your chord playing and rhythm playing and chord soloing, how you can create melodies to accentuate and improve all those areas of your playing. So anyway, I'm gonna roll out a number of practice along speeds and tempos of this. A couple of them are just with a metronome at a very slow tempo, just to demonstrate it once, and then there's 2 videos with a beat that are at a little faster tempo, so you can play along with it and hear what it sounds like to play that with a beat, so it sounds a little more musical. I hope you enjoy and have a great week.